GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
GUVI, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.
Hi Priyamani, welcome to Galata Plus.
Thank you, sir.
So Family Man, Maidaan is coming up with Ajay Devgan. You've just done coming off a success with Article 370. Bhama Kalapam is happening,
Yeah.
and you're having your moment.
Yes.
It's like I love the fact that you're saying yes unapologetically. I love that because you're
Yeah,
enjoying
I mean,
it.
you should enjoy it.
Yeah,
Make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah,
right?
I know. But does one part of you wishes that this had happened a little earlier in your career?
It did at a point in time.
Right.
I did think, I won't say all my films, but at least I wanted some of my films to do well, which it did. Some didn't. Some were above average. Some did really well. Some did not do as well as expected. But it's okay. I think better late than never, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the phase as of now. So
You won a national award for Parathiviran, so there was never a doubt about the capabilities that you bring to screen. But I think the way people look at you as like, oh, it's a serious role, let's cast Priyamani,
Yeah.
versus like, okay, let's just cast her because she's an A-lister, and
Yeah.
she'll bring a certain audience for the part.
Yeah.
That's happening now.
That's
And
happening now,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah, and I think that's great, and
Yeah.
and especially because it's completely self-made.
Yeah.
You just created this thing for yourself. That I think that's fantastic.
Thank you.
And what do you think? You've been around for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you think was the beginning of it all? The breakout point that led to what you're experiencing right now,
I don't know. I think I'm just being at the right place at the right time.
which is where
Everywhere, I think you see.
you don't mean a physical place as such.
Not a particular place. I'm saying, see, it started off with Jawan, which saw its success. Then Malayalam, I did Neru, which released again in December of last year. Jawan was in September. This is December. Bhama Kalapam released in February. Article 370 released in February. So it's just, so all the four films are doing extremely well. They've done extremely well. They're still, a lot of people, they watched it online when it came out. They're still watching it. They're loving it. So I'm just happy that I've been lucky and fortunate that I'm part of such films which have done really well, and they're being, the producers, the directors, everybody are happy. So
Right.
I'm happy.
No, the reason I asked you that is because there are two theories here which I looked up on the web. This is one is that song that you did with Shah Rukh. They say that really brought visibility in like a burst of visibility. There's another theory that Family Man is really what really kicked it off.
I would actually say I think Family Man was the one that kicked it off. I
Right.
mean, yes, you can say that, and I'm not trying to boast about myself, or I'm not trying to be too proud, or trying to brag about myself, but Chennai Express, the song in Chennai Express did give me a lot of visibility, not only in Bollywood, but even in the South. But I think Family Man took it to another extent.
Right,
It
right.
took it to another level.
Right.
Because I started getting a lot of enquiries and calls, and I think a lot more the audiences grew after watching Family Man, because it was it was created on such a national level that everybody, including, I've had messages from people abroad, the NRIs basically, and some, maybe you can probably say, I think some foreigners also saw it, and they liked the show. They said, oh, it's quite interesting, and you're nice. Or half the NRIs have said, it's Family Man, what a beautiful show. So even till today, even till some time back, I had a lot of people texting me, asking me when is season 3 coming out. So I think Family Man really did it for me. I took it to another level, and I got a lot more noticed.
Right.
The work got a lot more noticed after Family Man, and I think from there it's
Just built
Yeah.
and built and built and built and
Yeah.
built. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's really good. Now, I want to briefly touch upon your pre-Hindi film stint in the four southern industries, right? So let's start with Tamil, because
Yeah.
even though you started in Telugu, we'll come to that.
No, I started in Tamil.
Wasn't your first release in Telugu?
The release was Telugu,
Yeah,
but my first shooting was Kangal Kaithu.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
When you did that, you worked with Bharadwaj, you worked with
Balu Mahendra, sir.
Balu Mahendra, then you worked with Amir, you got the national award. Later you worked with Mani Ratnam.
Yeah.
Despite these highlights in the resume, and I mean this with deepest respect, they did not contribute to your becoming a sought after heroine in Tamil. Like there's a certain hierarchy that
Yeah.
happens, right?
Yeah.
What is that reason? That I've always wondered why Tamil cinema or even maybe Telugu cinema, they do not go for Tamil speaking or Telugu speaking or whatever heroines. I don't
No,
know.
sir, I don't think that's the reason.
No, I'm not. I've always wondered. I'm not saying that is the reason.
No, no. So I've also wondered along with you as to why I have not been casted along with, the A-listers.
The A-listers,
The
yeah.
A-listing,
Yeah.
the male actors.
yeah.
I think it's a question which is still unanswered to me. I think there's a question which you'll have to ask the directors and producers because and in all honesty, I'm not trying to find fault with anybody,
Yeah, yeah.
but this is
It
what
is
I've
what it
heard
is.
that a lot of
Yeah.
people do not want me to be cast opposite them, along with them, or in that film because probably for the fact that I might eat them up.
Overshadow them.
Yeah, probably. I know this is this is the thing that I've been hearing. I know it's not true, but I still don't know what the exact reason is. So I wish somebody could answer this question for me as well. But that's okay. Whatever is the reason, that's absolutely fine. I'm very happy and very content as in where I am. And another thing is what I say. I don't believe in number games. I don't believe that, you need to be seen only if you're acting with a lot of A-listers. But that also comes along, it has its advantages also.
I think, yeah. I see, especially the early part of your career, I
Yeah.
think it helps because it gives you a certain visibility. It gives you it takes you out there.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree. But I
Because
think...
we are also talking about a time OTT was not available.
course,
so,
yes.
which means theatrical was everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
I strongly believe that, again, I know somewhere I did feel bad that why I was not, again, I'm repeating it, saying that I don't know why I was not cast with the A-listing actors. Though half of them, we are acquainted, we do say hi, hello whenever we meet. But I think it's a question what they have to answer. But at the moment, I'm quite happy and content with the work that I'm doing, be
Right.
it after the rise of OTT, even if it is movies, because I have been dabbling with all the 4 South industries. If not Tamil, I did some very good work in Telugu.
Yeah.
I did a lot of good work in Malayalam and in Kannada as well.
yeah.
So now, fortunately, the Hindi leg has also started. So better late than never, but I'm extremely happy where I am.
No.
right now.
See, again, I was not trying to, I was just examining that journey that you've had to
Yeah.
get to this point. That's
Yeah.
all. It's like
no, that's okay. I'm happy with this journey, even though it had its fair shares of ups and downs. Even though half the time yes, there were times when I was just sitting at home trying to do work wherever I could get some nice work, quality work, obviously. Some I've just done it for, okay, just let me be seen kind of a thing. This was much before, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then that's okay. I mean, that's also a part of your journey, right?
Right. So you come across as a very, very strong and confident person. On screen, this is the first time I'm seeing you, so
Yeah.
it comes across here as well. But on screen, especially, even in obviously, that's why you're being cast in movies like Article 370 when there's a strong woman and all that. What was it like in the earlier part of your career doing and I'm not demeaning this kind of role, but what was it like doing the typical heroine kind of roles where you pretty much are there because the hero is kind of, did you feel like, oh, I'm doing nothing? Or were you like, oh, this is actually fun, let me just do this and enjoy it?
That is also part and parcel of your journey, right? I
Right.
mean, you have to go through all of that to come to where you are now. But again, I'm not saying that tomorrow if somebody calls me and says you're paired opposite this hero, you have to dance and sing. I would happily do it.
Right.
Because I have seen that side I've come from that school as well where,
Right.
We were cast opposite as the male lead's interest. And, we've gotten to go to exotic places and, shoot songs and things where, it's fun.
Yeah.
And so when I see that also now, you feel happy. I feel so. It's the memories that, at the end of the day, the memories that form when you look back, the memories that are there with you are what takes you. I mean, I think all of that accumulated is where I am today.
Right.
I'm extremely happy with the journey, whatever it is. I'm saying I don't believe in number games. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm extremely happy where I am. It's
Right,
okay,
right.
even if I don't want to say that I want to be the top
No,
person.
you have to
but
be happy where you are because
Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
a very, very good place.
I'm
Touch
extremely
wood, yeah.
satisfied. I'm extremely happy with the work that I'm getting across
Yeah,
all the
you're,
5
you're
languages.
playing the lead opposite Ajay Devgan
Yes.
in Maidaan.
Maidaan, yes.
Yeah, that's like...
That's what. So I'm extremely content where I am right now, be it OTT, be it movies, across all the 5 languages.
Yeah.
But that journey is also it has its fun. So I've had an extremely great time, and I'm very fortunate that I've got to be part of such films where, yes, I've gotten to shake a leg with the male actor, and I've had a lot of fun. So I'm extremely fortunate.
You know, that sounds like a very positive take on what you have, Virginia.
Yeah.
Are you a very positive person?
I have become a positive person.
Okay.
Because
So
yeah,
there have been those moments of
course.
bitterness or negativity.
Yes, lots. I mean, I won't say nobody is perfect in any way. Nobody is 100% positive all the time.
Right.
You have your ups, you have your downs. I've had my ups. I've had a lot of downs. But how you rise out of it is the result. It's at the end of it. So
Right.
I think I'm slowly coming out of it, and I'm very. Let's see where it takes me.
Right, that's wonderful. What was it? You know, this I've got to ask you because today Rajamouli is such a like pan-Indian name, and
Yeah, of course.
and when he was doing Yamadonga with you, and
Yeah.
you did the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
What was it like being on that set?
Oh, it was like a picnic.
Okay.
I mean, Rajmouli sir, Rama ma'am, his wife, the entire family, they just love to spoil the artist in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, they take care of you so much. I remember I just finished Telugu film Pellaina Kottalo, and cut to, I got a call saying Rajmouli sir wants to meet you, and I had no idea whether I was still cast in the film. So I went and I met him, and I remember he said, okay, you come to the set and we'll see. And I'm sure he had seen the film when it released and things like that. So all I remember is I went, I met him. The next day we've gone to the set. I've started shooting. 3 days into shoot, the thing he said was, I want you to take 1 week off. I said, why? He said, you're looking extremely tired on screen. I don't want my actors to look tired on screen. That tiredness, I can get it done with makeup. I mean, which director says that?
Right.
You know? I mean, obviously now if you see everybody is dolled up, you want to look your best. But at that point of time, I was so engrossed in just going from one place to another place, shooting this film, shooting that film. I was doing so many films back to back.
Right, you were building a resume.
Yeah. So when I went on and he saw me on screen and he said, I want you to take a week off. I said, sir, I can't afford to take a week off because what about your shoot? He said, that's okay. It's my shoot. I will take care of it. You don't worry about it. I want you to go to a salon. I want you to get manicure, pedicure, facial, everything done. I will recommend a nice place for you. You go there, get it done, go to a skin doctor, meet this person in Hyderabad.
Right.
So meet this doctor, whatever you need to, get it done, get it done. I mean, which he needn't do that.
Right.
And he very specifically said, I want you to sleep for 8 hours, 9 hours. I know you might not be getting that many hours because you're working back to back. But when you are on my set, you need to be like a star. You are a star, you're a star actress, you're paired opposite Tarak. And I want you to look your best.
Right.
I said, okay. So it happened. I took about a week off. I went to the places that he recommended me to, whatever he wanted me to do, I got it done. And on the shoot also, he's obviously he's very sweet, very professional. Whatever you need, as I said, they just spoil you, before you say, sir, it's ready for you, it's waiting for you. And Rama ma'am is the best. I mean, she's such a sweetheart. I met them very recently at the airport as well. I think they were going somewhere for a recce. They're still very sweet. Whenever you meet them, they don't have that air that, we are national award winners.
Right,
I mean,
right.
not national award, not only that, I mean, they're Oscar award winners.
Yeah.
They don't have that air at all that, they won such a prestigious award internationally, and that film has taken India to a global level. They don't have that airs at all. They were just as when I met them in 2007. Whatever they are then, they are still like that now. And I just wish the best for both of them, and whatever films they're doing, I just wish the best for all of them.
That's lovely. When I talked to Karthi a while ago for, I forget which film, he was talking about Parithiviran, and he went on the set and he said for the first 1 or maybe week or so, or maybe 2 weeks or so, Amish said he just wanted him to walk
Yeah.
and look at people
Yeah.
and talk. He said, I went there saying that, like, and I was wondering what I was doing because
Yeah.
there were no scenes being shot.
Yeah.
There were no lines.
Yeah.
I was just like roaming around the place,
Yeah.
getting a tan.
Yeah.
Was it something similar for you as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, yeah. So the first month that we shot, all Karthi and I did was in the morning, we were the first ones to arrive on set. We were ready with our, dress costume for the day.
Right.
Thinking that we're going to shoot a scene.
Right.
But then 6:30, Amir sir comes in and he says, before the sun is at its peak by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and we're shooting in places like Shivagangai and,
Yeah.
Theni
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Madurai, all dry areas, okay? And suddenly Amir sir comes and he says, hey, idu vena, namakku in the costume podlam. So, okay, so suddenly change costume within 5 minutes. We didn't have vanities also. So I used to go to somebody's house, change, or go to the Vegan ambassador cars. So go to the car, change. My mother was with me, obviously. So she used to help me with the costumes and all that. And then we used to do the montage song. It's a kids ka song where we were also like grown up, where they show the journey of Veera and Muttaragu together. The travel, so both of them are there. So once it's 8 o'clock, 8:30, he says, okay, both of you rest. Rest means be on the set. You're not allowed to go back home and things like that, or to the hotel and whatever. So we were on the set, we were watching everything, and then last 5 o'clock, 5:30, again he'll call the both of us, again another 1 or 2 shots of the montage song. This happened for 1 month before we shot the scene. So probably I think that was Amir sir's idea to get us accustomed to the village atmosphere, how people walk, how people talk, how their body language is, how their approach to, the life is basically. And I remember Karthi, poor thing, I mean, hats off to his dedication. Amir sir said, for one particular scene where he hits me, I fall into the ser. He said, I want you to look tired. And at that open field, he made Karthi do like some 5 rounds. He said, I want you to run 5 times. I want you to be as tired as possible because A, the character's drunk and, you're tired and, you've just had fun. You want to have fun. Suddenly you meet your girlfriend. She comes and she just keeps bothering you for marriage. And you're just frustrated at the end of the day. So I want that feel. I want that tiredness. I want that thing in you. So run 5 rounds and come. And he actually did. Like, hats off, man. And again, I'm saying we had no umbrellas. We weren't supposed to hold. We didn't have assistants at that time, right? So no umbrellas, no vanities, no nothing.
And that's a very unusual debut for a hero, actually, because usually heroes
Brilliant
are
debut.
like they're presented a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So that was a brilliant.
Brilliant debut. I think Karthi has done such a phenomenal job, and after that, it's just
and
upward.
you got your national award, and that's still a.
We didn't think that it would go to the awards. That was the first film that I dubbed for myself.
Right.
Then Karthi came and he said, listen, we are sending the film to the film festivals.
Right.
So I said, yeah, go. I said, why are you asking why? He said, no, I'm just informing that we're sending it. I said, okay, let me know whatever's the outcome. And then I think the first thing was the Oceanic Film Festival, where we got the awards. I remember I was in Chennai, Green Park Hotel. And he called me up in that evening and he said, congratulations, you've got the award. So what are you saying? He said, yes, you've won the best actress. I said, okay. He said, people here, they absolutely love the performances of all of us. And the only thing they had a problem was the ending. They said, why did the girl die like that? Why did they give the ending like that? They felt so bad and they really wanted to meet you and all that. I said, well, that's really sweet. And
I think this, I don't know who said this, but when somebody said that in a love story, when the lovers don't die, the producer laughs all the way to the bank.
Yeah. But one FYI, I don't know whether Karthi has also told this to people or Amir sir has told this to people, but this was not the actual ending or this was not the actual. The story was completely different. It was supposed to be a romantic story, apparently.
Right.
But I think this was the best outcome.
And what a brilliant film.
Yeah.
Now, when you're acting opposite Mohanlal, when you're acting opposite Vikram, when Maniratnam is behind the camera, or even senior stalwart actors like Balakrishna or whatever it is, when you're up against, let's say, formidable people who are actors or they have a formidable fan following or whatever it is, at that point in time, were you ever intimidated or apprehensive? I'm doing Vikram's there, Maniratnam's there, or you know, Mohanlal, or doing scenes opposite Mohanlal. Was there ever something inside you
It
that...
was.
Okay.
Only to, I'd be lying if I say no.
Yeah.
I was intimidated by Mani sir
Okay.
and Mohanlal sir. I mean, because there's some people who I've grown up watching. Balakrishna sir is different.
Right.
Balakrishna sir is more like he's like a friend.
Yeah.
So that ease was there,
Or
right?
even Puneet.
Puneet was like my best buddy. You know,
Okay.
right from day, I was supposed to debut along with him way back, much before Ram.
Right. And you're a Bangalore
Yeah.
person. Yeah, yeah.
So he, in fact, even till today, you know, his family, they kept saying, you know, we wanted you for this film, but you couldn't come. I was supposed to debut, as I said, I think some 2-3 films before Ram, I was supposed to have my debut with him, but
Right.
for whatever reasons, I couldn't. But I think Ram was the best debut I could have ever had. And Puneet was one person who, I think that smile, that energy, that vibe that he gave off was so positive right from day one that made you feel so comfortable, you know. He never made me feel like this was my first time doing a Kannada film. But yeah, it was like home for me because we shot it in Karnataka, and I was working with one of the biggest stars in the Kannada industry.
Yeah.
And that was the best time I've ever worked with Puneet. I mean, he was one of the finest gentlemen I've ever come across. God bless his soul. I mean, I still miss him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure all of us do. But I'm sure he's just watching us with a big smile on his face, as he always has. But when it came to Mani sir and Mohanlal sir with Grandmaster, yes, I did have that. Mani sir with Ravan, I remember I met him for one of the festivals. We were going to Goa. I think he had seen Parithiveeran. So he said, I saw Parithiveeran, you come and meet me. I said, okay, sir. The next thing I know, I'm getting a call from Madras Talkies. So who will say no for that? So I took a flight, I flew to Chennai, met Mani sir. And then he said, I'm doing a film like this. It's based on Ramayana. I want you to play Shurpanakha. I said, okay. He said, and at that point of time, I didn't even know who were the other actors. He said, only Ash is the only one who is confirmed till now. I said, okay, sir. Then the next thing I know, I'm speaking Hindi to his Hindi AD. And cut to, I've been confirmed for both the versions of Ravan. Where one side I was playing the sister to Abhishek, one side I'm playing sister to Vikram.
Yeah.
So Vikram and Abhishek, they both are different things. Both are different actors. I mean, both of them were so sweet and everything. But Mani sir, all of us were so alert when Mani sir walked on set. We were like school kids, you know. But Mani sir made us feel so comfortable. And the first thing is, he tells you, he said, I want to see how Vanilla, the character's name is Vanilla. He said, I want to see how Vanilla will react. I don't want Priyamani to react. I want Vanilla to react in this scene. So this is how it's going to be. So he said, okay, so whatever I felt at that point of time, we did. And I still remember the scene after Vanilla's gang raped and she's dropped back home. When the brother comes in and he says, Kya ho gaya?
And the scene with the cot, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
That scene we shot in one take.
Yeah.
And it was one day. So the first thing we shot was in Tamil. So the moment I read the scene, obviously I had tears in my eyes. I said, sir, let's just go with the flow. I'm just going to go. And we finished it. So we finished, I think we started shoot at about like 10, 11 in the morning. I finished at 3, 4 in the afternoon because of the various shots. But he said, I want to capture her essence first. And then we'll go to Vikram and others. We finished it in one go. I had exhausted all my tears for the day. But he said, Oru shot irukuma, will you do it? I said, yes, sir, no problem. I said, but sir, my eyes have become dry. Can I use a bit of glycerin? Because all that was natural tears, by the way, for both. Just for one small shot or something, I had to just use a glycerin. But everything else, so I remember he came to my mum and he said, என்னங்க உங்க தலையில என்ன டேப் இருக்கா இது ஓபன் பண்ணா அப்படியே தண்ணி வருதே என்னது she's really good, very good scene. And in fact when Vikram, Abhishek, all of them said very good scene and all that. So I believe that I wanted to show my best to a person like Mani sir because he's such a big director and he's given that responsibility to me to see to it that Vanilla's essence is carried out, because of which, you know, the eldest brother goes with the thing of kidnapping the police inspector's wife and all that. So I think I was quite happy with the way I performed. And I really hope that if Mani sir is watching it, sir, please do call me again. I'd love to work with you again. Mohanlal sir, yes, during Grandmaster, I did feel a little intimidated because I've grown up watching Mohanlal sir's
and
films.
he's such a legend, right?
He's a legend. He's a
Yeah.
complete actor, and the way he brings about that body language, the slight finesse, that nuance to each and every character.
Does he improvise on set?
Yes, he does, and you won't know.
So
it's
each,
very
each
minute.
take is different.
Each take is different. And you will not know unless you're very alert on the set, especially with a person like Mohanlal sir. You'll not know when he is, what nuance, what slight change he'll bring. It could be a very slight change of just shifting the eyes or doing some other thing with his hands or just adjusting his dress. It could be the slightest thing, but that brings a lot of difference to that particular character, whatever he's portraying. And I said, the first day that I said, man, this man is so brilliant. And I'm so happy that I got to share the screen space with him, that I called up my father and I said, oh my God, I'm working with Mohanlal sir. And I'm happy that I got to work with him again in Nehru.
Right. Yeah. So it's good because, in the sense that maybe those experiences helped you conquer made you more confident, so to speak?
Yeah.
Because when I see you in The Family Man, you're like hitting the ground running, right? There's no settling in. I mean, of course, there's also the writing and the character, all that is there, but there's also something a performer brings.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you and Manoj seem just so like a much married couple. I don't even have to, it's like you guys are in that stage where you're really like the honeymoon phase
We
is
look like
behind
as if
you.
we're actually married.
Yeah, like your honeymoon phase is behind you, and now you've settled well and truly into the marriage, and like you're going to have your fights and you're going to have your good times and you're going to have your things, but you doing your own thing, he's doing his own thing. It's just the casting is just so spot on.
Yeah, so I think I completely agree when you said the characters were all casted aptly. That's, I think, all thanks to Raj sir and DK sir, because they were very adamant that they wanted authentic actors. And by authentic, I mean, they said, when they approached me for Suchi, they said Suchi is a person who is a Tamil-speaking lady, but born and brought up in Bombay, like this Chembur area, where you have a lot of Tamil people settled there. So they were very adamant, and they said Shrikant should be a Bihari guy. So it's like two states getting married. For season 1, then they said your kids, okay, here and there, that's fine. But the other actors also, they wanted very authentic looking actors, not somebody who's a Bombay artist, but who is from there. So that's why if you see, they had Neeraj as the villain, because they wanted a Malayali, because it started off in Kerala. So Neeraj, they zeroed in on Neeraj. And in the second thing, if you see, they wanted a Sri Lankan, a refugee kind of a thing, who's a Tamil speaking lady. And things, so they casted Sam for that. And I think so and if you see Sharib, who's JK, and officers in working with Manoj sir. So I think each actor has their own importance to give for Family Man, which is why I think they're identifying with all the characters. And when it came to Manoj sir and me, especially the scenes that we did, I think it was so spontaneous between the both of us that actually, if you see, most of the scenes there are all improvised. It's not what was in the script. I mean, I'll say 70-30. So 70% is script, 30% is improvised. So you always have to be on your toes when you're working with an actor like Manoj sir, because what he does in rehearsal and what he does in the take is completely different. So unless you're alert, you will never know what hit you where. So in fact, I'll tell you the simplest thing as when in the season 1, when Athar was playing the clarinet or whatever in the end. So he comes and says, "Arey Barsuri Varthak, band kar." So he puts it down, and then when he goes inside, so Raj sir and DK sir never said cut. They just did this to Athar. So Athar he took the thing on and he just kept playing, and he came back again and said, "Rakh niche." So all that was not part of the thing. That Barsuri Vardhak was there. But after that he said, "Rakh." And he said, "Arey, sachi mein bata raha hu, isse kahan se utha ke leke?" All that was all improvised by Manoj sir. And even some of the fights that we do. And even that thing where the season 2 where I say a marriage is a sham. The thing was written saying sham kya hota hai. So he Googles sham. So we just started laughing on the thing. But when we shot for it, only then we decided that, so that thing that he brings in, that seriousness in that conversation, that she's saying, look, our marriage it's looking like it's in shambles, so we need to meet a professional to see to it that our marriage it doesn't break off. And he is He's like, what the hell is a sham? What is it? What does it mean? So I said, sir, I mean, the way and that expression that he brings, and Manoj sir is all
So,
love.
like, count me in as one of the many people waiting to see what happens to this
Season
couple.
3.
You know, it's beautiful because I know we're supposed to be following the mission,
Yeah.
but the interpersonal relationship is also like such a part of it that you know we just want to see what happens with you guys.
I think that's one of the nice things that they have got in Family Man.
Right,
It's not only about the mission that Shrikant Tiwari is embarking,
yeah.
but it's also the normal life, what the day-to-day problems that he has to handle on the other side, which comes in the form of the wife or the daughter or the son, what they are going through, how they are tackling the the whole household. So I think it's the balance that he has created as Shrikant and the balance that Raj sir and DK sir as makers they have created, I think is something phenomenal.
Your role in Maidaan again, from the little bits that are out there, seems like a pretty interesting, solid role.
It is, yes.
Yeah. What can you tell us about that?
My character's name is Sarah. She's obviously Ajay sir's. I play Ajay sir's wife, Rahim Saab's wife. She holds the fort down when Rahim Saab is not there at home.
Right.
She also is his emotional, what do you say, his confidant, his emotional shoulder to cry on. She gives him the right nudge when need be, and how beautifully and there are very cute, and Rahim Saab is a perfectionist.
Right.
You know, at the time just post-independence era, when, we're showing the movie as well, English was also it was a part of our, upbringing and whatever. And Rahim Saab being a perfectionist, he wanted to make sure that his family they know English and they're not left behind at any part of the thing. So there are very cute moments between Rahim Saab and Sarah when you see them together. It's not only focusing on a man with his dream of getting the Indian football team. That is also there. That's the crux of the thing. But on the other side, there's this beautiful journey between Rahim Saab and his wife and the family, where the son is also playing an equally important role, Hakeem. Where he says, I want to play football. Then there's a dilemma between the wife and between Sarah and Rahim Saab. Saying, why she wants him to study, but Rahim Saab says, look, he wants to play football, let him play football. So there are these beautiful dynamics that have been created by Amit Sharma, and I can't wait for the movie to come out and people to see it.
What is Ajay Devgan like as a co-star? I mean, you said Manoj likes to improvise a lot.
Yeah.
Mohanlal likes to do these little things.
Yeah.
What is Ajay like?
Ajay sir, well, I just shot for 15 days with Ajay sir. I think his eyes speak volumes. He's such a natural actor that those 15 days that whatever I shot with him, I think most of the dialogues was only mine. Ajay sir just reacted with his eyes, that slight smile that he has on his face. And that balance that he's created with Rahim Saab, it's not gone anywhere. He's not gone a notch higher, he's not gone a notch lower. It's just very well balanced. And that sweetness that he brought when Rahim Saab and Sarah meet up.
Right.
And that fierceness that he brought when, he's making the football team. And the difficulties what they have to go through when they're not as equipped as the international players are. But, he's trying to find a loophole somewhere to see to it that, they're pushed. And even till today, if you see, Ajay sir as an actor, the variety that he has as an actor. See, from a Golmaal, which was a completely, it's a comedy film.
To Shaitan.
To Shaitan, to now Maidaan. And even his previous films, if you see, the range what Ajay sir has brought to each and every character is great. And I think this will definitely be another feather in Ajay sir's cap.
Yeah, and you just said that, you went through your downs as well.
Yeah.
And every actor that comes to the, to try to make a mark in the field, they're going to have their ups and downs. Yeah. So what is some advice that you would give a budding actor that's really trying to build a career and is kind of, out there?
One thing, I don't know whether I'm in a position to
I think you've
suggest anybody like that.
I'm not saying you should do it,
No,
I'm saying I'm sure you have some.
From personal experience, what I can probably tell anybody is don't lose hope. life is a circle. So if you start from the top, you have to go down and only come, and vice versa. You start from the bottom, you have to reach top and go down. So life is a circle. Don't give up. Keep working hard. If need be, if you have to do auditions, go do auditions. Don't just think that just because, say for example, if one film or two films of yours has worked, doesn't mean that all your films have to work. If it still means that you need, if people call you and want you to audition, please go do it. Don't have that thing that, no, I've done 2-3 films and it's a hit and I will not do it. No. Never have any attitude whenever you are, because don't take this industry for granted, because there are so many people, if not you, there is another person who will come into your place. There are thousands of people who are trying to get a chance to make a mark for themselves in this industry. I would just say, whatever opportunity you've been given, never let it go. Never take it for granted, and keep working as hard as you can, because one day or the other, your hard work will definitely pay off.
That was quite motivational. But when, you enter the industry, you must have thought, okay, this is probably what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Now that you've had a 2-decade full circle, let's
Yeah.
say, what has it turned out to be? Has it turned out to be what you thought it would be, or
No, it's pretty much the same.
is it pretty much?
I've changed.
You changed.
Yeah.
Your attitude towards this has
Yes.
changed. Okay. And how has it changed?
To the better,
Okay.
obviously.
Okay. Would you say you're more realistic now?
100%.
Yeah.
I think at one point in time, I was extremely naive, as any newcomer would be at
Yeah.
that time. And I'm saying 2002,
Yeah.
not now. Now,
Yeah.
if you see, everybody is so street smart.
Yeah.
They know everything.
Yeah.
At that point in time, we didn't know anything. I mean, when we came, we were rank new. I have not been to any acting schools. Bharti Raja sir, Balu Mahendra sir, Amir sir, all of them are my acting schools.
Schools,
What
yeah.
they taught me is what I am right now in front of everybody. And all the other directors as well, like Rajmouli sir and, in
Yeah.
Malayalam, Vinayan
Yeah,
sir,
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
I would say that at that point of time, I was so naive that I think anybody would say anything and I would blindly just believe. If they say that, oh, tomorrow we're doing this, we're going, okay, there is some event is happening and, we need you to perform. I'm just giving a hypothetical situation, right?
Yeah.
And they say, we need you to be here at 6 in the morning. Me, I think I would actually be ready at 5 o'clock, which I still do right now. My staff will be there, they'll answer for me, they'll agree with me. But I'm saying I would be so naive that I would believe them saying, okay, yes, ready. I would call them 10 times and say, why isn't the car coming at 5:30 in the morning? Or whatever time. I'm just, again, this is a hypothetical situation. Last minute, till about 8 o'clock, I'll wait and I'll say, is it happening? Then they might say, no, it's pushed to later in the evening. You can rest now. So I'll be like, okay. Or they might say, no, it got cancelled. We're doing it next month. Like, okay. So, I was so naive that I believe that. Right now, what I do is, again, if there is a situation like that, I get all the information beforehand. So I know that if it is happening, it's not happening, if it's pushed, not pushed, cancelled, whatever. So I've become a little more street smart right now, I can say.
I think a lot more. So that's good. Thank you so much,
Thank
Priya.
you.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And all the best for Maidaan.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I really hope this hot streak that you're on continues for a long
That's
time.
true. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
GUVI, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.